I think just like being active, like we had our hands on a lot of stuff. We had a lot of help, early rotations, good closeouts, such and such box outs. And I think, it kind of goes under the radar how hard that is to do on a play-by-play basis. And, you start to get tired a little bit, or maybe I'll just take this play off, and then the aces make you pay every time. So, we kind of did less of that and more of the good stuff today.
Yeah, you brought up Kennedy's play. I mean, to most people, she should probably be an all-star. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like all-star, no all-star, like she's an amazing player, and she's been really good for us this season. She's explosive at the rim. Like, you can go on and on about Kennedy. So honestly, I'm just really happy that she's able to come out here and display that, and we can give her the ball and, be her biggest fans, which is going and doing stuff like that.
Any more in person?
Yeah, just as far as outscoring them, what was it? 50 to 36 in the paint. We've talked a lot about this team's kind of 3-point struggles, outside shooting struggles. So I guess how have you guys been able to find your inside game and develop that inside game as a result?
I think just like having more patience. Like, I think, when we were having those rockier times, we were kind of getting anxious and taking contested shots. And, sometimes it still happens, but I think we did a better job of moving it around and waiting for the defense to loosen up and then attacking.
I may have walked in on the answer to my question or similar, but and I asked Spoon about this earlier. How much fun, because we've heard Angel give her teammate to Coach Flowers this first half of the season, but how much fun is she making it for y'all on and off the court, just her persona?
Yeah, I mean, Angel's personality is great. Like, she comes out, she's always having fun. She's like kind of contagious, her energy and stuff. So just being her teammate and watching her grow has been something that I'm really proud of. And honestly, if we as vets can be of any help to her along the way, like, we try to kind of guide her, but let her be her own person too.
Any more in person for Marina? All right, we'll go to a few on Zoom for questions for Marina only. Carly Bell, please start and unmute.
Sorry,
hey Marina, how would you assess the growth that this team has had from the start of the season to now?
Yeah, I kind of like piggybacking off what I said before, just like having less of those plays where we take plays off and we get beat 10-0, and kind of responding back a little quicker and having like some more rotations, hands on the ball, rebounds, and kind of just knowing when to slow it down sometimes and not go too quick.
And then last one for me, obviously the Olympic and All-Star break is a good time for rest, but how impactful do you think this upcoming break will be for this team in particular, just to get you guys some more practice time and being able to play together?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you have young players and people that haven't played together all the time, new coaches, et cetera, blah, 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 like reps are always good. So, finding that balance, taking rest, but also coming in, working hard and being focused on stuff we can get better at so that we come out of the break as a better team.
Thank you.
Steven, please unmute.
What's going on, Marina? You all have really turned a corner in the month of July when looking at your rebounding numbers, and specifically on the defensive glass is where you all have made a big difference. I think today you were a +9 and you only gave up 3 second chance points to the Aces. Can you just kind of speak to the corners you all have turned in your process and that particular dynamic?
Yeah, I think just the level of focus on like the little things, winning plays, boxing, especially the aces out. Like, they're a great rebounding team. Asia's relentless on the boards, and so are the guards. So just having that mindfulness to go and hit and not just run in. Just little habits that we can develop over time.
And then one more quick one for you. Just looking at you grabbing rebounds in particular, you were averaging like 5 in the month of July so far. You've been really finding hit-ahead passes in that as well. Can you just kind of speak to how that's helping to kind of up the pace for you all as well in that?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get layups in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock, we'll take that every time. So just keeping your head up, looking up the floor, and finding people who are running, because obviously, it's hard to just sprint the floor every time. So you want to reward people for that.
Chris, please unmute.
Hey, Marina. I want to ask the other side of Carly's questions. How beneficial is rest going to be just across the Olympic break and All-Star break?
Yeah, kind of like I said before, just like balance, trying to get better and put in little pockets of work and focus, but also, resting your mind from basketball a little bit and finding some other stuff you like to do, balancing your life.
Yeah, and just a quick follow-up to that. What's the break going to look like for you specifically?
I don't really know yet. You guys will see actually this weekend.
What? What is that?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't come out yet, so I can't say it.
Don't question her, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Last one from Marina from Roberta on Zoom. Please unmute.
Hi Marina, just how important is a victory like that for the team heading into this break? And what are the dynamics going to look like in general for the team during this break?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just like work balance and life at the same time, kind of getting there and getting in the gym, getting your work and focusing with the team. And then also, resting and finding some other things to do besides basketball. It's good for the mind.
And considering that there's going to be a big break from games, a victory like the one tonight against the Aces, one of the top 4 teams, how significant is that to continue to maintain like momentum for the team when the break ends?
It's great. Obviously you don't want to go on the break with a loss. So beating the Aces and going on a win, just makes people feel good. But then also, not getting too high and not getting too low. We come back, and when we come back from the break, no one cares that we beat the Aces. So they're going to come back and try to beat us again.
Thank you, Marina.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marina.
It's like, sounds a little awkward.
Don't start, Marina. Do not start. Great
move.
job, Marina, bud.
We'll move to questions for Coach. In person first.
Yeah, just kind of going back to that last question they asked, how important was it a win like this to close out the first half of the season?
It's always good to get a win under your belt and just try to build off that momentum. Now you got a chance to take that when you come back and build off of and grow from and have practice time to kind of build from it as well. It's a great win for us, a great confidence booster for us. So we just want to kind of build off of that and go into the second half of our season.
Chennedy obviously finished with 34, one shy of her career high. I'm curious if that last timeout was an attempt to draw up a play for her coming out of that last timeout with I think 2 minutes left, a minute left. Was that what that was, or?
It was an attempt to just score, just to keep our momentum going. We like to do team things. We try to keep it, within our what we do as a team. But when the ball hits Kennedy's hands, we know exactly what to do. Is kind of give her a little open space to go to work, whether that's to go and score it or find someone. She has that mentality. Chennedy Carter has the ability to score the ball, and she also has the ability to make everyone else around her better.
And then just the momentum from the moment the ball was tipped. What was different about the team today, just commanding the game the way that they did?
Well, we had an energetic, spirited, enthusiastic practice before we left Chicago, and I felt really good about some of the things that we changed, the way that we executed things, with the entire team really locked in on the scouting report and how important it is against a team like this in such a hostile environment. And it was just a desire to want to come here and play in this environment and go get a win.
Before the game, when I asked you about Angel, you talked about her, one of the hardest workers you've seen. And I think tonight, the first time I've seen her in person, watching her all season on TV. But when Chennedy is running away with this game, and Marina's had the game she is, and Angel struggles statistically, she's doing little things, but then still pulls through. She sort of stayed focused within her role, what she was doing. She didn't come unraveled, didn't play disappointed. She still ends up with the double-double. Is that sort of what you're talking about, just staying focused within her work ethic?
That's maturity.
Yeah.
That's maturity. You can tell that she's not out there just for herself. She's out here for team wins. And that's what it's all about. The ball wasn't falling for her early, but she stayed within what we were trying to do as a team. And everybody was getting involved. Like our young people say, everyone was eating. So it makes a difference. And she's just going to do everything she possibly can for the good of the team. And that's where she didn't in any way get down on herself. She stayed within what we were trying to do, and then getting back and doing what she had to do on the defensive side of the ball.
Any more person for Coach?
Spoon, so Michaela, she's coming off back-to-back, just really strong performances. Can you just talk about just what you can expect from her in that second half?
Michaela was outstanding. has been outstanding. She has continued to work, and now her name is called. When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And she's been ready, and she's been working, and her name is called, and she's getting the job done. Super proud of everything that she's doing.
Just one quick follow-up. Lindsay Allen in the second half, she pretty much was pedal to the metal. Can you just talk about her importance to just kind of pace and just getting offense moving for you guys?
And leads the show. I always say she steers the ship. She's a demanding leader, and that's a good thing. She can settle things down in such a hostile environment. So when the ball is in her hands, you're very sure of yourself.
Annie, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, just considering you guys are playing with the 10-player roster, changes are likely in the second half, whether that's with a temporary contract or some type of movement. I guess going into the break, how do you approach or discuss that with your team, knowing that changes could come to the roster in the second half?
No, we're going in like we are. That's the way we're approaching things. I'm not speaking about anything like that. It's not even on my mind. So no, we're not.
We got time for a few on Zoom. Carly Bell, please unmute.
Hey, Coach. What have you seen out of Camila Cardoso? I know, stats today don't show much, but just the growth that she's had and what she's been able to do defensively for this unit. What have you just seen out of her from when she was able to come back in June to now?
Her presence. Her presence means so much. Camila does a heck of a job for us, rebounding the ball and getting our transition started. She does a really good job of defending, whether it doesn't matter who she's defending, she's very sure of herself. And when that ball doesn't fall, you never see Camila in any way disappointed in anything. She continues to play and plays very hard. She is now getting more reps underneath her, and it's only going to pay off for all of us, and especially for her.
And then one quick follow-up on Lindsay Allen. We've seen her just get a little bit more confident in her shot, taking a lot more perimeter shots that she's been taking these last few games compared to the start of the season. Is that something that you've wanted to see out of her, is just increase her offensive production, or is that just her reading what the defense is giving her?
She's reading, and if she's open, I've always tell every one of them, if you're open and it's your shot, you have to take it. We don't want to be a predictable athlete. We want to be unpredictable. Don't know what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, how we're going to do it. And she's making sure she's picking her spots, and she's picking them well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephen, please unmute.
Hey, Coach, I think you probably came in at the end when I was asking Marina about you all's rebounding growth in July. You all were +9 on the glass today and only conceded 3 second chance points to the Aces today. Can you just kind of speak to the flesh-to-flesh dynamic that you speak to in terms of you all being better on the glass lately?
Growth. It's all growth. This is a very good basketball team. We have a very good basketball team, but it's about them gelling together, finding that chemistry, and doing all the little things that are so necessary to get wins. And now they're recognizing how important it is to snatch the glass. And we're on the glass, and we're getting out, we're running. We want to be a running team. We want it to be a team of great pace. So that helps us to get out and run. So it's important for us to get the glass, and we're putting bodies on people, and we're going to snatch the rebound. There's a huge thing that goes along with rebounding, that you can't just go get it. You got to put a body on somebody, then go get it.
And then my last quick one for you. You probably going to give me the similar answer talking to growth, but in the half court, it seemed like you're carving out a lot of space, obviously for Chennedy, but also for Angel, Camila, and the post touches. Can you just speak to, I guess, the chemistry piece that's coming together for you all in the half court in particular?
The team is just doing a great job of knowing how to and when to get the ball to their bigs and leaving them with a great deal of space. And our bigs are willing passers. When they touch it, they're willing to kick it back out and then allow our guards to go to work. And that's what you saw tonight. A lot of us playing together, that chemistry, gelling together and finding the open person, and then allowing that ball to find the open energy, positive energy.
Chris, please unmute.
Teresa, when you talk about growth specifically, I know you mentioned that word a lot.
Did you say Teresa?
Excuse
Did you
me.
say Teresa? I said, well, I was like, did I go home? I thought that was Pineland on the phone. I was like, oh man, is that Pineland? You go right ahead. It's fine. That's my name, so it's all good. I love you though. Appreciate you.
If you prefer to be called Spoon, I call you that too.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I thought that was Pineland, only Pineland where I'm from, little 800 and so many people. That's what they call it. But it's all good. It's my name. Appreciate you, man. Keep it going. My bad.
No, I appreciate you too. And when you talk about growth, I mean, you use that word a lot, especially in practice and after wins. What one specific way have you seen this team grow the most at the start of the season?
Chemistry. They had to learn each other. We're a brand new team. Coaching staff is all new. So they were learning. You're learning one another. And it takes a little minute. And you have to be patient with it. You can't lose your patience with the process. And we haven't lost our patience with the process. And now they're starting to understand each other, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and taking each other to their strengths. And that's the most beautiful thing to watch as a coach, is seeing them grow together and play together. It's beautiful to watch.
And when you look specifically at this game, I wanted to ask, it's kind of a superficial question about plus minus. I know it's kind of a weird stat to look at, but how impactful does a player have to be plus 26 in the box score like Angel was tonight?
That's huge. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy when you look at, because we look at plus and minuses, and we always do. It's huge. It's a big thing to take a look at. And when you're plus 26, that says a lot about your work. It says a lot about your work and what you're doing, and being about the smallest detail of the game. And she's working her butt off getting it done. You know, and here's the champ right here. This is who y'all need to talk to. This one right here.
Coach, you do your thing.
Playing our butt off.
Last one for Coach from Roberta. Please unmute.
Hi, Coach. Talking about, you mentioned growth a lot, and the numbers clearly show that, especially when it comes to turnovers and fouls, the team has improved a lot. With this big break coming up, what I know that the rest is good, but what are the challenges that that this break brings when it comes to keeping momentum and continuing to improve?
Well, the break it would really mean a lot to us, keeping us healthy, getting our bodies a little bit of a rest, which they truly need. So the breakout is going to be great for them. I mean, I want them to go and enjoy themselves and give themselves a moment away from the game. But at the same time, they're professional, so they know to keep themselves ready to come back and be ready to go, because it's going to be important. We'll have at least 2 weeks to kind of work and put things in and get back together. We will take this win and try to allow it to give us that momentum we need going into that second half, because it's important. We did some really, really good things that we can build off of and continue to grow.
And just one last question, kind of more like on the off-court side. You and Becky Hammond have long history. You've played together. You're close friends. You're now 1-2-1 in the WNBA. Do you two talk? Is there banter about your records, about facing each other?
No. We don't talk in that way. That's like my little sister over there. We went to war together, and when we're playing against each other, we're gonna go to war against each other. It doesn't mean any way. When that game is over, we love each other. And there's a great deal of respect there.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Move the questions for Kennedy.
Keep talking to me.
I always will.
Keep talking to me.
I always will. Go ahead, get him, champ.
Kennedy, what triggered that fourth quarter performance, and what mentality, what mode did you go into?
I think it's really just Spoon and Ty Young just staying in my ear. You know what I'm saying? She's taking on a big role with the changes that's being made, just locking in on players, our development. And I think that tonight it really showed.
Tonight there were 6 Olympians on the court.
Yeah.
None of them were with the Sky, and you outperformed everybody. I guess, what does this say? What does this kind of performance say about the player you are, but also the player you're continuing to develop into?
I think it's just a testament to everything that I've been through and everything that I've done. I've been overshadowed a lot in my career. People don't understand that I'm a consistent player, and I'm going to come out there and be a dog night in and night out. I think now I'm getting comfortable. Spoon's allowing me to make mistakes, keeping me in the game. She's letting me be me, and that's allowing me to – it's benefiting myself, but it's benefiting my team as well. So I just think that it's just my comfortability. I don't see any error out there. I just see red. I want to just go play hard, 100%, whole game.
Any more questions for Ken?
Kennedy,
Yeah.
When Spoon was talking at the end there about the plus 26 and the little things that Angel does. I mean, she had a rough first half.
Let me tell y'all something. Angel is somebody that works hard no matter what it's looking like. And I tell her, as just one of her teammates and one of the closest people to her on this team, like, no matter what, I got your back. Miss or make. You're a special player. You're a talented player. And people don't see basketball the way I see it. So keep going, and I have your back. Plus 26, that is an amazing game for her. And I literally mean amazing. Coming back off where she didn't get her double-double and coming out and putting her foot down tonight, it meant a lot to me and our teammates to watch her do this.
I've been in so many Zooms of y'all's and listened to her thank her teammates and Spoon for making the transition to the pros. But what is she doing for y'all as far as bringing fun to this locker room?
I think Angel right now is just bringing a lot of energy. She's just that player that we know is going to fight night in and night out, and we need that. She's gritty. As you see at the end, she wants to take the free throws. She's like, hey, I got him. We're like, okay, cool. Knock down the free throws. And as you've seen, she's done it consistently, not just tonight. It's been previous games where Angel has taken free throws. So she's just an incredible player, man. There's so many things that people are just witnessing and being able to see, and I hope the second half we get to show y'all a little bit more of what Chicago Sky is about.
Kennedy, pregame, I saw you were locked in with the iPad, the laptop. What
Yeah.
were some of those things that you were looking at fine too?
To be honest, I felt like the previous 3 games, I was just out of a little bit of flow, and I wanted to find where I am most successful at and where my mistakes were. So I think that we just took the time right before the game because it's fresh. I'm getting ready to play. It's stuck there, and I just really locked in on film, and I got to work.
Any more person for Ken?
Kennedy, Coach Teresa talked a lot about the team's growth. How do you kind of evaluate your growth from the beginning of the year to right now? You've been on a tear in the last couple of games. What clicked for you mentally, if anything different?
I want to give credit to Spoon. I think she put me in a position that really built my character. But the way she put me in the position, I still felt valued, and I still felt like a big part of this team. And it just turned me into a leader, and I'm thankful, man, honestly.
We'll go to Carly Bell on Zoom.
Hey, Kennedy, how would you assess the team's growth from the start of the season to now, the entire first half?
I would assess it as we're getting better each and every day. We're locking in. I think we're growing. We're knowing what mistakes we're making. We're taking the time to communicate with each other. I think this is a special team. I love all my teammates. We're like sisters. So I feel like the communication is there. The level of awareness is there. We're all locked in. I think I want my ladies to get some rest this break and come back and us be locked in for the second half.
And then just to follow up on your performance, you set a new season high today, 34 points. And when I looked at your career highs, you've either matched or surpassed all of your old career highs in this one season. I know you give a lot of credit to
Talking.
No, I know you give a lot of credit to Spoon and just getting your energy and being in a system that works for you. But outside of what Spoon's able to do for you, what does hearing that mean to you to know that you're kind of back into a league that you were out of for a while?
I'm going to just leave it at I'm somewhere where I'm valued. My value was down in Los Angeles. My value is up in Chicago. I'm going to leave it at that.
Last one from Steven on Zoom.
What's going on, Kennedy?
He could have let me walk out the interview like that was, I ate right there. I ate, okay.
My bad. I'll let you mic drop in a second. But you just continue to ascend into a role of being a closer for this team in these clutch moments, whether you guys are up or down. They come to you to score, be a fire starter for the offense. That responsibility is not new to you, but it's new with this team and the growth that you've had in your role. Can you just kind of speak to the confidence instilled from Spoon as well as your teammates looking to lean on you there?
I think Spoon does a great job of just telling me to continue to play and finish the game. Miss or make, bad shot, good shot, turnover. Things happen in the basketball game, and I think that for 40 minutes, she's somebody that stays on me and makes me be locked in. Even sometimes where I think about stuff that I shouldn't think about, Spoon is right there to just make sure I'm staying locked in for 40 minutes. When it comes to closing games, I've been in these positions before. I worked my whole life for this moment. Angel came up to me literally a couple plays before the game ended. She was like, show me that you want it. And I winked at her. I said, okay, I got you. So it's just my teammates wanting it for me and me wanting it for them. I think it's a sisterhood here, and that builds my confidence that people want to see my success and want me to have the ball in my hands at the end of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, Kennedy.
For sure.
Kennedy, will you be